Yo, what's good people, welcome back to another video. This one is going to be touching on why trend is really your friend, okay? Let's get into it. Right now we have GU. I like to trade GU a lot, sorry, it's one of my main pairs and I like to break it down. Right now we're looking at the 4 hour, okay? We see the 4 hour. What we're identifying, what we're first identifying is our major key levels, okay? If you don't know what they are, it's where price action likes to move from these areas, okay? Price will make its bigger, more volatile moves from these areas, so as you can see here, to up to here, from here to up here, okay? These are key levels, and how you can identify them, it's where price is rejected from, okay? And you've got wick rejections, right? And they're easy to find on the hour and 4 hour, the higher time frames. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to simply draw my top resistance and where price is respecting on our lower support, okay? And we can clearly see it across here. Right, now this is about why trend is your friend, okay? Here you can obviously push up, let me show you for you guys. Here you can obviously see a push up, higher high, higher low, and then a higher high, and then higher low. And then we have finally come up here to create that last higher high, and this will signal the end of the downtrend, end of the uptrend, sorry, okay? You see that? Obviously you've got price moving. Push phase, exhaust phase, push phase, exhaust phase, big push phase, eventually exhausting, and then coming to a level where price has been rejecting for us. In one of my other videos, you guys see me breaking this down about break and retests. This was another major key level, which if you want to, you can put in here. Well, that we can identify, because you can see price has clearly been rejecting for the last, how long has this been rejecting for? Alright, 3-4 days, okay, you get the picture, right? So this is one of the key levels, but I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it major resistance, major support. This is what you want to find on your charts, guys, okay? You want to identify these key levels in the higher time frames. And what I want to talk about is how obviously you hear that term, trend is your friend, trade with the trend, blah, 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 but trend really is your friend, okay? If you're seeing levels like this being made, you're seeing price push up. Obviously this is making up for the gap in the market, but obviously you see price pushing up, making this level, making this high low. Like, you should be telling yourself that and identifying it. It's almost as simple as just trusting the process, okay? You're just understanding how the price moves in that push and exhaust phase, and a higher low, and how when the market's creating an uptrend, it will make higher highs and higher lows, okay? When you see this, trust it, okay? If it respects this area, give it some time, and then pushes up, okay, you can wait for it then reject, and if then it creates it again, look for them buys, okay? But how I want to break it down here, right, is, let's go down to that 1 hour. Its price has clearly come down, where it's rejected from resistance, it's clearly come back to a key level, okay? And last time it came back to this level here, you can see that price has rejected, then pushed up, right? So we can clearly identify that this is a major key level, right? So price here has just been basically respecting this support, and then it had finally broke, and on the lower time frames you could have looked here for some entries on a retest, depending where your level is, but push up a little bit, but you know the overall downtrend push down, okay? And you know that price will move from key levels to key level, okay, top to bottom. That's how I work, that's how I like to break my charts down, okay? Now, so basically what I'm trying to get at is, it's about trusting the process, just allowing the market to create these structures for you, okay? As soon as price gets to a key level like this, down here in this example, price will usually be indecisive, okay? Price, there's a lot of the new traders or the retail traders, they will come in and they will see it and they will just try and buy straight away, okay? In this instance, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But a lot of the time, price around a key level before it decides what it wants to do will give us indecision like this, okay, and then create its move. If you don't know what if you know what GU is looking at right now, you will see how it's made another push up, okay? It's created a support again like this, and then it was indecisive and then it pushed up, okay? This is just how price works, right? And how I've noticed from my experience in the markets, as soon as a price gets to level, you got to give it some time and let it play out, okay? Let the price decide what it wants to do and wait for a clear structure. You don't need to be in there straight away, okay? You can be the second or third, fourth person entering on the trend, but as long as you have confluence and you have identified the trend, then you can enter, okay? So this is what I'm trying to get at. You want to wait for price to create these trends, okay? Don't trend in an area that you're not sure about. Like here, you see this whole range from here to here, it's moving sideways. Okay, if you have you can have your hour resistance here, and you can trade from top to bottom, okay? So here we're down on the 1 hour, right? I'm keeping it in the higher time frame to keep it simple for you guys, but structure is made on every time frame, okay? There will always be a push and an exhaustion phase in any time structure, okay? In any time frame, right? This is something you need to remember. If price is on a 15-minute and it's making a push, exhaust, and it's making lower highs and lower lows, it's in a downtrend, okay? So what we're waiting for here is we're waiting for the price to clearly show us this structure, okay? We want to see it breaking, which it is already doing here. We want to see it breaking the recent structure lower highs, which is what this is. It's going to push, exhaust around here, and then push again. And now we're exhausting, but we're changing. We're by a key level, okay? So now we're going to wait for price to give us an idea of what structure it wants to build, okay? Let's put this on play mode and just let this run out, okay? Okay, what I'm noticing is price is failing to break this level. What you can do is you can draw a little resistance so that when you know price is broken out of this, you can maybe, if you're break and retest trader, look for a push out of here, a retest and a continuation. But in this example, we're just waiting for price to create structure, okay? This is what we're doing. We're waiting for price to show us. We're waiting for this uptrend. We can't predict it, we don't know. But as we're looking here, we can start to see, do that a bit better for you guys. We can actually start to see here a higher low being formed, okay? And now we're simply waiting for a break of this level to confirm that we can then create a higher high and then look for the exhaustion and then look for an entry, okay? So I'm going to delete these. Now let's just keep waiting, guys. Okay, right here, this is beautiful, right? We have waited, okay, this may have been a long time of indecision in the market, but let me check the time. Okay, we're looking at 11 o'clock GMT time in England, obviously. So this maybe the Asian session will be starting to roll over at about 11, so yeah, about here. So here, when it starts picking up volatility and volume, this is obviously the Asian session kicking in. That doesn't matter, structure is structure, guys. This is what I want you to understand. When market is making structure, trend with it, okay? Now, we can look for entries here, or we can look for an exhaustion phase. I'd want to look for exhaustion phase, because obviously we're going to push, exhaust, the market is going to come back down, okay? And get rid of this, it's broken it, we're cool, we're pushing up, okay? We've identified this. This is our clearly, that low here, push up, lower high, higher low, higher high, okay? And we're just waiting for price to confirm, okay? We don't need to jump in, we just want to confirm. Okay, right there, beautiful, right? We're now in up structure, okay? An uptrending structure. So we here push. This is the higher high. And then we have the higher low. And then we have another higher high. And then we're waiting for exhaustion, or even here, our higher high. So it's about watching, and market won't always, the price, won't always print the most perfect picture, okay? It's not about finding them perfect entries or the perfect structure. It's about identifying it quickly and understanding what price is doing, okay? So price might push up, exhaust, push, exhaust, push, exhaust, push, okay? But as long as price is breaking the highs, breaking the recent higher highs, and making higher lows, we're in an uptrend, and vice versa if we're in a downtrend, okay? For entries, we can look to enter on exhausts, okay? We can look to enter on the pullback of the market. These are the best places you want to enter. You don't want to be entering, so here would have been a good example, but you don't want to be entering when price is on a push, okay? Because you could enter, your stop loss could be here, and let's say we've been stopped out. You want to wait for price to either come back to a level we can see. Okay, so all we're waiting for is price to show us an exhaustion movement, exhaustion phase, okay? On the hour, it might not be as clear, because obviously we see price here is creating real tight higher lows. And this is the exhaust. It's hard to see if you're a newer trader. If you're a more advanced trader, you would understand this. And here is also the exhaust. But this is a strong bullish market, okay? We're coming from a key level. We're not just trading anywhere in the price. We're coming back to wait for it to come to a key level, and then waiting for it to form, in this instance, an uptrend, okay? And what you would do is you would want to look to enter in the exhaust phase, okay? I know what this market does. I've picked it, but I've picked it because it's a great example for you guys, okay? I haven't shown you a picture perfect uptrend. I've shown you what the market creates. That's the difference. I'm not just going to show you some perfect push exhaust. I want to show you how market can create. Sometimes if you would zoom into the lower time frames, it may be a bit clearer. Let's have a look at the 30. So here. But I want to show you that the market and price doesn't always create the most perfect picture, and it's about trying to identify it as quick as you can and to get onto that trend, okay? So here, I can identify our new higher low, and this is where you're looking to enter, okay? You are entering at the finish of an exhaust, right? You're not entering on this push, you're entering a finish of exhaust. So here, you would have liked to enter here, and you would have liked to enter here, okay? You understand? You want to enter in the, you want to enter after it's pushed, and then you enter in this exhaust to then look to go up. If we're in an uptrend and if we're in a downtrend, it will simply be push, exhaust, enter here, push, okay? Let me just get rid of this for you guys. Let's see how this trade plays out. As you can see, we have waited some time for the market to play out, okay? We want to be sure. We don't have to be the first ones entering, okay? We just want to have confirmation that the price wants to go up. We could have had more entries down here on the lower time frames, but I'm trying to show you on the bigger picture so you guys understand. But like I said, market trends in all time frames. So simply, we're looking to enter here. Stop loss below the recent higher low, and we can target up to where. Let's just keep it disciplined. Let's keep our 1 to 3s, okay, guys. But what you can do with these take profits is you can look to take profits from key levels where price has rejected from recently. So we see here, this is where we had our top key level. Remember, in the beginning on our 4 hour, this is where you can look to take profits. But here we're going to keep it strict. I'm going to keep it to our 1 to 3. So let's let the market play out. And there you go, beautiful. Hit take profit, hit our 1 to 3 risk management, okay? This video, I know some of you may be thinking, I've picked this, but I've picked this because it's a great example. I wouldn't want to show you something that doesn't work, okay? I want to show you how trends work. When the market is starting to, let me go back to 1 hour. When the market is coming back to a key level and then starts to create a structure, we can look to follow that structure, okay? You've got to trust the process. You've got to understand that the market does and will move in these structures. You just got to let it show you, and then once it shows you, have the confidence with your trading plan and your strategy to when you look for your entries that you can use this as confluence, okay? And it's just, I know it may be simple and it may be something that is always talked about a lot, but it's something that really is key, okay? And if you can identify trends and you can trade them from the key levels and identify these levels, you can implement it into your strategy plan and you can begin to become consistent, okay? Obviously this is an uptrend example. For the downtrend, okay, let's say price was to break this key level here and we didn't hold, right? What would we want to look for? I'd want to look for a big push down, and remember what I said in my last videos about break and retests. We want price on the hour, at least the hour, sorry, or the 4 hour, to close below the major key level, okay? There's some levels in the market that people dot everywhere that may not be key, or there may not be a major level. On the 1 hour, 4 hour, identify where the price is rejecting the most from this area and creating the most wicked rejections and has respected that area for a long period of time. So if we were looking for a downtrend in this, we'd want to look for a strong push and close out of the key level and then look for that structure, okay? We'd then want to look for that and look to enter on these areas here, okay? And then look to trade down to the next key level, right? I hope this has made sense to you guys. There's a good bit of information in this video, and if you take it in and you practice yourself and you backtest, you get them trades in, then practice trades on the demos, guys, and you learn how structure moves from these videos, you can learn to implement it and get better and actually understand how the market does move, and once it does start creating these structures, that it does follow out. Okay, if this has helped you guys out, give it a like, thumbs up, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.